The digital disruption of the music industry from cloud computing impacted music greatly, affecting its production, distribution, and the hierarchy of the modern music industry. However, this innovation's impact on the political and cultural landscape remain uncertain. By exploring how modern music services have been transformed due to cloud computing and relating these changes to political and cultural influences, this video will answer the underlying question: has the cloud's innovation on music impacted its political and cultural influence? How can cloud computing be incorporated into the music industry? Firstly, cloud computing brought all users together into the same network, using the same services and storage, which Wikström describes as a heightened sense of connectivity inclusively between fans and artists in the music industry. This new communication format, in turn, has drastically reduced the necessity and importance of physical media such as records and CDs reaching fans. As a result, Wikström states that the importance of internet media has exploded, contributing as one of the main factors that affect music's political and cultural influence. Consequently, services like Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora are just a few of the many platforms which users can now browse music on the cloud, which are all capable of taking user data. Ismail's article reveals that companies are now able to see how frequently a song is listened to, when, and by whom, which has been made possible by cloud computing. This is the other main factor that has enabled music to influence culture and politics more than it has ever done before. Historically, music has always been involved in politics, as put by Thompson, to make the public more socially aware. But now, cloud computing is coming to a point where privacy concerns regarding social media corporations like Facebook and Twitter are being investigated. Spotify, perhaps the largest cloud-based music service, takes user data to shape recommendations and what is shown to all users. Users don't have much of a choice, says Molly McHugh. Spotify has an all-or-nothing privacy policy. They turn off sharing and lose access to how others use the platform, or leave it on for all to see. As a result of these services' access to user data and exertion of control, they have been able to censor content from users that is controversial or not suited for them, just like the media. Spotify's algorithm for what is on the user's main screen consists of popular content and a permutation of genre mixing that the user has been seen listening to before. This swamps out any potential for newer artists to gain traction and for users to stumble upon different styles of music, as it has all been predetermined by the algorithm, or, as Laura Snapes writes, its model doesn't code for surprise, but perpetuates lean-back passivity. Platforms also act as a gatekeeper for content via censorship with its algorithm method. For example, the removal of artists XXXTentacion and R. Kelly's songs from Spotify following their claims of their violence against women. This format perpetuates inequality and begs the question, why isn't this being investigated? Music culture is transformative based on time and circumstance. What do people want to listen to? It is this question that has been tested by Berg and Dinor's investigative paper, identifying their listening habits today compared with the past. They outlined that being physically receptive to music was suspicious, since listening to music was a passive, subconscious activity that didn't require thought. This contrasts greatly with the music culture of today, with singing and dancing to music being encouraged, which can be attributed to the cloud bringing audiences closer to one another, and creating online communities finding pleasure in what music they enjoy together. The cloud has further developed music culture from what it was, by taking power away from the record labels and marketers and giving it to the artists and fans. Because of the decentralization of the music industry hierarchy, Dean Shapiro finds the trend of idolizing the artist's album has shifted to the idolization of the artists themselves, leading more people to seek out live performances and concerts over any album or CD they may produce, as the flexibility of handpicking songs via streaming service is just way more convenient. In conclusion, the cloud's innovation on the music industry has undoubtedly affected its political and cultural influence, due to privacy and censorship matters being blatantly overlooked politically, and its sparking of cultural trends that transform how music is being received and enjoyed.